We on.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to go ahead and face the east. We're going to give all honor and glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders, the great millstone. To all the Akim out there teaching, preaching this truth, the 144% sincerity. To the men, women, and children listening, learning. And to the Bash Davidah, the house of David. This is Men of Valor, Las Vegas camp, coming to you through the will and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, you're the true children of Israel. Salvation belongeth unto you and you alone. All right, first and foremost to the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, the 144,000 elect men, then the multitude of the men, women, and children who believe upon the testimony and the holy names of Yahweh, which means he is, he to be, he exists. Bahashem in the name, Yahweh Shai, which means he saves, he delivers, he is salvation. Bahashem in the name, Hakwadash, Holy Spirit, or Spirit Holy, which you need to receive this truth. All right, to receive this doctrine, this message, this good news, this gospel going out. All right, but without further ado, we're going to talk about all these, all these upcoming perils. All right, as well as talking about the famine of the word. As if you don't know, as we were just talking about amongst ourselves, how the elder Karatazak channel is no longer up, nor can he post. Nor can he post, all right, from his address, all right, and this is not the first time, and this is not the last time, all right, that this is going to happen to brothers.
You had Apostle Torah do a quick little video saying that, you know, brothers need to set up their Rumble and Odyssey accounts, you know, because we knew this was going to happen, you know, it's prophetic, you know, and, you know, that happened, about 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
But it's only going to happen to more brothers, you know, down the road. You know, but hey, the ministry of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai never stops.
Right.
You know, the teaching doesn't stop. But hey, these are the times that we're coming into, and then this is only the Lord, you know, making this truth more valuable. You know, it's only the Lord making this truth more valuable and only able to be found by those that He has predestined, you know, for it. Because as though this word went out, you know, throughout the four corners of the world, and it spread this entire gospel throughout the whole world. All right, only the elect were going to hear it anyways. So now and guess what? When the prophets are off the highways and byways, that's when destruction kicks in. Right. So we almost at that time.
Right. It's just amping up. So Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to use this account, to get further prophecy. All right. Prophecy is going to be fulfilled because it is already being fulfilled with this happening. You can't do nothing against the truth, only for the truth. All right.
Yeah.
So now, how much more in these days when Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai says, pay attention, all right, call upon me, repent, all right, because the famine of the word is coming, all right?
Oh. What you got in mind? I got Romans 10.
Colossians 4:6, that you speak of grace, season and salt.
Yeah, I want to pull that.
This is Colossians 4:6. It says, let your speech be always with grace, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man.
Right, so Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, said, let your speech be seasoned, all right, with grace and salt. All right, so no, in this time, you got to be a little bit more strategic. Take that fire down just a little bit, so you could stay on and feed the sheep as long as possible. All right, on this platform. There's other platforms that you could go to spit a little bit more fire. All right, but this is the main platform where, you know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, if you can help it, all right, you try to calm down a little bit and speak those words a little bit softer, all right, so you can, continue fishing on one of the biggest platforms through the will and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, but do not quench the spirit, all right? If the spirit, has you going into it and you on fire, then let it be. all right? But when you do your videos and you're sitting down and you're prepping and so on and so forth, hey, take a moment to take a breath, okay?
And yeah, you could pause. You know, if you're getting amped up through the spirit, about to say some, you know, which this world would deem to be, you know, hate speech. Hey, that's the damn devil. Last week we had this motherfucking construction and shit behind us, and this week we got the street sweeper, and that's, you know, it is what it is. But watch out for this dude. We're trying to. I don't know why he went so close, but you know, Yahushua spoke in parables for a reason, man. You know, because not for everybody to know the mysteries of the Lord, and this world can't handle it. They see it evil.
Right.
Okay. The things that we speak, because we're talking about the downfall of this system, the downfall of America. All right, it's evil unto them, and they don't want to hear. They don't want to know that what they're doing is wicked, and the Lord is going to judge them for that.
Yep.
And you know, this also calls for, brothers with you know, with those. So you have the elders and you know, certain brothers that have a bigger following. You know, those pages are definitely going to get hit first, but that calls on the rest of the body, you know, to pick up their workload and, you know, and to still push out this truth.
Right. And amp up, because a lot of these people are not going to know, hey, the platforms to go to. So remember, hey, let them know about other channels as well. All right. Hey, well, this is the season of getting. All right. We're at the end of this thing. So how much more should you try to increase through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai? Ask Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to make you more fruitful. All right, of the spirit, in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right, if it causes to increase the workload, then increase the workload through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. Hey, you can't give Yahweh Bashem Yahushai praise in the grave.
Yeah.
All right, you can't do the work in the grave. So give it all you got while you're here. All right, and Lord willing, us brothers continue.
We only gonna be able to do lessons for so long.
Right.
You know, this is the Lord put a time limit, just as He set bounds on Esau Edom. He put a time limit on the accessibility of this truth.
Yeah.
You know, and He's gonna take it away pretty soon. And then you're gonna see how valuable and precious. It's said in Samuel's, and the word was precious in those times.
Right.
You know, when you gotta watch House of David, but when Samuel walked in the room, everybody shut up and was like, oh, you know, because the prophet walked in. You know.
Right.
And now, you know, since we're coming in upcoming times of destruction and Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's judgment, hey, these words are that much more valuable if you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see.
Yeah, and matter of fact, what you people are starting to see now, and you're starting to admit, a few of you, and especially a few of you women.
We look good now.
Yeah, we look good now. All right, that $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year is looking pretty good to support you and your children. All right, or just you if you don't have any children. But it doesn't look so bad now. All right, you getting your hair and nails done is like, shit, I think I could do it myself.
Ain't no more way.
All right. So hey, everything is starting to get tighter. So Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, as the reins are getting tighter, so is this word. All right, so is the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It's getting tighter and it's becoming more secure and more exclusive. All right, and more hidden. All right, it's gonna go back into hiding in a way. All right, and you're gonna need an angel, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, to direct you to a man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, to learn the truth.
Yeah, really, this truth, you know, now is hidden in plain sight. You know, that's a slogan for these devils. You know, that's Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know, because you know, the wicked Israelites can't see this, even though we're right in front of them.
Right.
You know, they can't accept. They've been blinded by the powers of this world. You know.
Hey, you're gonna be able to. You might recognize a brother's face, but you don't know where you recognize him from. All right, because you were scoffing and mocking, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua just had that word walk right past you.
I got a quick pre.
All right, you got it.
No, I thought I had it. It was Romans 3. What's that? But if our gospel be hid,
It's hid to them.
I don't know. That's 4. 2 Corinthians. My bad. I'm not there.
All right, but yeah, famine of the word. Oh, he's got it.
Well, I got it.
Oh, he's there.
I got it now. Yeah, this is 2 Corinthians 4 and 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the power of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious image, or of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, the image of the Most High, should shine unto them.
Right, not believing on the account, not believing in the testimony that is given by the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, out here on the highways and byways, preaching and teaching and calling out unto you. All right, to bring you back into the grace and mercy of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah, and those, you know, a precept that comes to mind is in Proverbs. It says, those that fall out of the way of understanding,
Yep.
you know, are the congregation of the dead, you know.
And the dry bones in the valley.
So that's who's lost, because they don't have, you know, that light, you know, the truth to guide them on that right path. You know, therefore there's no life in them. You know, not you know, if you're an Israelite and don't have Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, you're in a dead state. You have no, really, your spirit, you know, is inactive right now.
Right.
Hey, you're a zombie.
Yep. You're the walking dead. All right. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, hey, ultimately puts you in that position. All right. But if you're not taking heed to the word, and you have the ears to hear and the eyes to see, hey, once again, it is ultimately because you were not predestinated and chosen by Yahweh Shem Yahushua to receive the fullness of the truth.
Right, and you following after, you know, Esau Edom's ways, and his ways are you know, lead unto death.
God.
His ways, you know, promote death. And that's what all he's about.
Yep. Harbinger.
Yep, the harbinger of death. You know, what scripture you got?
Amos 8 and 11.
Let me grab this first. This is Romans 10 and 13. For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.
Mm-hmm. Hey, so you have to know the name. You have to be taught the name. All right? Not only do you have to know the name and be taught the name, hey, you have to practice and rehearse the righteous acts in this day and this time to the best of your ability. Especially if within the last 40 plus years you've woken up, all right? You haven't been called at the final trump, all right? Where there's no time to practice it, okay? So now in this day and time, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is giving you an amount of faith to continue in his word.
Yeah, and the name, you know, the name goes into upholding that reputation, one's fame. Okay, and that's what you do when, hey, we're made in the image of the powers. You know, Yahweh Shai, you know, is the image of the invisible power. All right, the spitting image of Yahweh. You know, so you know that's why he had to fulfill the law. You know, but you know, being that we are up to uphold his fame, we have to walk, you know, in the way of, you know, uprightly, in the way of righteousness. Mm-hmm. You know, how Yahweh Shem Yahushua intended us to walk from the beginning, you know, as gods. You know, you got to put on as the elect.
Yep.
Okay, and we know we can only do it to a certain degree in this flesh, you know, because we're subject to the flesh. But hey, we got the blood of Yahushua, you know, to cover us, you know, and those rehearsing the righteous acts, you know, will be delivered from those archers, you know, those arrows, those ICBM missiles at the end of the day. But it starts, you know, with the name.
Yep.
You know, you have to have that name that you know that is that strong tower.
I was just about to say that, which is the security.
That protection.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is verse 14. It says, "How then shall they call on him whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher?"
Right. So Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, "I will give you pastors after my own heart." All right. He said he would send you men. All right. He would send the prophets out to warn you. All right. To warn you what's to come. All right. That we are in the end days, whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it, and that salvation is for the nation of Israel,
Right.
and Israel alone.
Right.
All right.
And to preach just means to say before. Same thing as a prophet, you know, to prophesy. All right, and that's the thing that you know, Christianity don't go into. They don't go into prophecy. So how, you know, you're not saved yet? Okay, there's a you can have a peace of mind. You know, there's two types of salvation, because when you hear the word, you're sanctified. You know, this truth sanctifies you. For some reason, your car was going off. I don't know if you accidentally clicked the alarm on it. I was just making sure it didn't, you know. I know you don't got push to start or anything, but I was just making sure it was cool. Yeah. So hey, that's what we talk about. That's what we here for, to tell you what's to come.
Right.
You know. So how you gonna know what's to come if nobody's preaching the gospel? You know.
The correct way.
Yeah, the correct way.
If it was never uncovered. If it was never uncovered, how would you know?
Just so, and this is grace and mercy. You know, when Yahweh Shem Yahushai puts his prophets on the highways and byways. All right, this is great. Even though, you know, rebuke, reproach, you know, the reprobates of Israel, and, you know, cry loud and spare not. You know, that's all for your correction. That's all. You know, if you have the ability to humble yourself and listen, all right, it's a benefit unto you. All right, this is what brings, you know, a chance at salvation, is getting right. This is what's actually getting right with the Lord, and preparation, you know, to make it out of here. All right, and be redeemed from these upcoming perils. You know, famine, the sword, all right, pestilence, okay, this, you know, tyrant that's coming down. You know, you want to be you want evil prevented, all right. You don't want to get attacked by one of these alphabet letters, all right. You better, you know, look for that strong tower. Verse 15, it says, "And how shall they preach except they be sent?" See what. You know, brothers should know what apostle means, you know, to be sent away, you know, and that's what, you know, in a way we are all technically apostles. We're sent away with the gospel of Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Right, because
You know?
what you say in the book of Matthew, all right, in the book of Luke, go forth, hey, and preach in the cities.
Right, and who are we sent from? You know, that was the parable of the king, and right?
Yeah, my bad, I said Great Commission in my mind and I threw myself off.
In the bridegroom.
Yeah, right.
You know,
Yep.
but it's like top of 15 says, "And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it was written, as it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings."
Right, and like the brother said, who sent us? All right, who sent the prophets of old? All right, was it not Yahweh Shem Yahushai? It wasn't a man. All right, it wasn't a man saying go out there and prophesy. All right, it was only a man that said and continued to follow the orders of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Right.
All right. Men who were ordained and set up in order. All right. As John the Baptist called men, as Saul, who was later known as Paul, called men. All right. As the apostles and elders, all right, call men unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh's ministry. Right, fishermen. All right, we are all fishermen in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh to fish the elect. All right, there is a task and there is a job to do. He said, "I will make you." He said, "Put down everything and come and follow me." Matter of fact, go ahead and get that Matthews, I believe it is 3 or 4. If thou will take, put down thy net. It's in Luke as well. But let me go ahead. But I believe it is in 4.
What scripture you talking about?
Yeah, when he calls them to the ministry, calls the disciples. 18. Yeah, 4, 18, 19. Yeah. So you can start at 18. Or you can start. Yeah, you can start at 18, or you can go over 18.
This is Matthew 4 and 18. It says, "And Yahushua, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw 2 brethren, Simon called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he said unto them, Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men."
Right. So this was it was these men following Yahushua. All right. He said, "Hey, lay down your nets, cast everything aside, and follow me, and I'll make you fishers of men. I will make you to collect the souls to call back unto my Father." All right, to do the Father's work. All right. This is how we were sent. Through the will and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, we were sent. All right. Out to the masses of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Seminole Indians, as well as you speckled birds whose father's line goes back, to let you know that your salvation is at hand. All right. That you have an opportunity to repent and come back unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. But if you don't, there's judgment yet for you. That these other nations don't have the opportunity that you have, and that judgment is coming to them as well. All right? This is a part of the work, and this is the glorious work of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right? I got a pre right quick, and then you can grab your pre.
Luke 5 and 10.
Yeah.
Luke 5 and 10, I wanted to pull that.
Oh, go ahead.
It was just showing that Yahushua, being calling men to be fishermen of men, to bring them into this glorious good news of the gospel. Luke 5 and 10 says, "And so was also James and John, and the sons of Zebedee, which were partners with Simon. And Yahushua said unto Simon, Fear not, from henceforth thou shalt catch men."
Right, thou shalt catch men. All right, he said, "I will make you a fisher of men, then you will catch men. You will catch them in the net of the word." All right, as this World Wide Web has went out and casted a net, all right, across the globe, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has allowed men to start pulling that net, pulling them in through the will and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the Holy Spirit, pulling those brothers in. All right, using the back and the heavy lifting of the internet via YouTube, first and foremost, but all these other platforms. Okay, as the men are continuing to pull and casting out lines every day. There's a line and bait going out in some way, shape, or form. Whether a brother does a video, whether a brother is talking in the grocery line, whether a brother's talking at work, whether a brother is just praising Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, walking up down the street. He is yet casting, all right, bait for the elect to hear the gospel, the glorious news, all right, and the good news of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, that our salvation is drawing nigh, that this kingdom is at its end. This place is about to be in ruins. All right? It is about to be that memorial to never be inhabited again. And that's the good news and the gospel, all right, from this captivity, is that we are on the break of a righteous jailbreak. On the cusp. All right? On the cusp. All right? Of a righteous jailbreak. And who's doing it? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right? Let me get this right quick. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 20 and verse 2, and it reads, "It is much better to reprove than to be angry secretly. And he that confesseth his faith shall be preserved from hurt." Right? And this is what we do. All right? We want to be preserved from the hurt of not receiving salvation, having to receive those ICBM thermonuclear fire missiles, having to receive famine, all right? Having to deal with pining away in famine, having to deal with pestilence, and all these scourges amendment, all right? So Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua has woken us up to receive amount of grace and mercy that we must abide in to truly receive it. Because many are called, but few are chosen. So you have to continue in the work and the way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, continue believing upon the testimony and having the faith. Bearing your cross. All right, you got it, Darash.
This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 7.
I give it to you.
This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 7. It says, "Even from the days of your fathers, ye are gone away from mine ordinances, and have not kept them. Return unto me, and I will return unto you, saith the Lord of hosts. But ye said, wherein shall we return?" Okay? So right there, I mean, you see us out here on the highways and byways, this is where you shall return, the word. Return unto this. This is the first step. It's hearing the word and obeying what's being told to you. It all starts with the word, man.
Hey, not just obeying, but researching. All right, researching. Like apostles, like the apostles, starting with Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakah, the Apostle Ramah, the elders and the bishops. Hey, don't just take our word for it. This is not reading. This is like reading Rainbow. All right, research it. Do your research. Look into it. Get into it. All right, make sure that what we're saying is true, because hey, if it's not true, all right, then it is a lie. Okay. And if a brother is telling a lie, or if a brother says something, let that brother know he's going off. It doesn't matter who they are. Hey, this is a requirement of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, because the word remains faithful and true. All right, to teach a sound doctrine, to be on one accord. All right, to keep that thing precious and holy. All right, which is the scriptures, which is the law, statutes, and commandments given unto us, which is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding imparted from it. All right? The hidden mysteries, the deep, dark secrets, everything that is in the betterment for you, to give the glory and praise unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Yep, you got it.
This is James 1:22, what the brother was saying. It says, "But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves."
Right. You can't just hear the word and say, "Oh yeah, I got it." That's enough. All right. You have to actually, what you hear, you have to put into action. The first action is researching that which you hear. All right. Believing upon what you hear, and they say, you know what? I need to research that. I want to find out more about that. They said that's the name of the Most High, right? Let me look into that. How did they get that?
Yeah. You go to the Tetragrammaton and you look up, you know, that these you know, mushroom cap, you know, devils, they put they added those vowels in.
Yep.
You know, they added the vowels in. They you know, they that Yiddish was, you know, they added certain, you know, the phonemic. Can't think of that word. Yeah, but those things to match up with shit that's today.
Right.
You know, and gave, you know, TV, you know, is this word.
Yeah. Yep.
Phonetic, yeah. What did she say?
Phonetic.
Phonetic? I don't know. Something like that. So,
Like the letters.
I know something fell off of it or what. No, hold on. That's Spider-Man there. But yeah, you know, that's all added later. You know, the J wasn't existent back then. You know, that's simple shit that these Jesus freaks can't get over.
Right.
You know, Jesus is, you know, is everything. They'll say, oh, hey, the power is that name has no power. You know, I seen a Jesus sticker at you know, the Cesare Borgia version, you know, Savior, and at 7-Eleven last night, and it had the rainbow flag over him, saying something, I accept, you know, accept all, you know.
Hey, that's it's contrary to the scriptures.
That's a you know.
That's how you know that Jesus is not the Hawashine scripts. That's
a fairy tale.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, that's Serapis Christus. You know, because Egypt was doing all that you know, Sodom in Egypt.
Yep.
That's that savior.
Right.
Fake savior.
Hey, it's one of your lying wonders.
But I had a precept for this brother. What he just brought out was 2nd Esdras 9 in verse 7, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, and by faith whereby ye have believed. You know, so by faith and works, that's who's gonna get saved from the said perils. The said perils, you know, first and foremost, the biggest destruction that this world has ever seen is going to be the decimation of Babylon the Great, aka America. No, you know, thing has ever been, you know, done what Yahweh Shimon Al-Shai is going to do to this place here.
Yep.
You know, it's like he shall do a new thing. He's in the time of he putting in work.
Yep.
He's gonna put in the work. He's not gonna hold his tongue no more. He's not gonna hold his you know, his hand. You know, that those, you know,
that battle cry get to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He doesn't have to sit back and pace like Dark Maul anymore.
Those angels, you know, gonna let go of those wings.
Yep.
You know, they see Putin got that they bringing that back up, you know, but now in the forefront of news talking about a tsunami nuke. Okay.
Yeah.
He got that other shit. I forgot the name of it, but one of his other nukes, they've been talking about some. But that go into, if you look up the name of it, it's called like the Beresnevik or something like that. They go into one of the stories of a prophetic bird, you know, but like a prophecy of a new beginning.
Yep.
You know,
Phoenix rising from the ashes. Right. Which they're not going to rise, but what's going to rise is Yasharala.
Yeah. Why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? You know, Putin think he got next. You know.
Right, because he knows prophecy is on his side, All right, but he doesn't understand the full prophecy. All right, he thinks he's going to reign in the stead of this world power. All right, who's at hand right now? You had more on that?
This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 8, and it says, "Will a man rob the Most High? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings." Verse, and that's, going to the fact that tithes and offerings, you
I can't pronounce it.
you disobey and go off and do other things. You don't keep the ordinances and the judgments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, and you sacrifice unto these false idols. You're supposed to give your tribute and offerings to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, not to these other idols, because they can't do nothing for you. They're of the world. They're made by the hands of man.
Right, your tribute and your offering, first and foremost, is your time and your love and your fear. Starting with your fear. That's the first acceptable sacrifice unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, is your fear. All right? Because the beginning of wisdom and knowledge is what? Is fear.
Yep.
Fear in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Fear what he's done, fear what he can do, fear what he will do, fear what he hasn't done. Fear all things in him. All right, and once you start understanding the fear, then you'll start receiving and understanding the love of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna read this on that missile I was just talking about.
Yep.
And unless this brother want to continue on that. Wait.
No, I think it was done.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. This is Russia's missile. It's called Berezvnik, and it means storm patrol. Now, when you go into that patrol, that bird is significant. Okay, but it says in Russian and refers to specific. This is just an AI overview. Slakia. Nuclear powered cruise missile. It can refer to a military base. Let me see where. The missile is designed to have a global range and be capable of flying for extended periods, making it difficult to intercept. Hey, they just had that movie House of Dynamite come out. Where it got Idris Elba, and he playing the president. Hey, everybody when this thing and that video, that movie shows how unprepared, America's gonna be, in a time of an attack.
Right.
You had the general. Hey, what's that in Jeremiah? Why do man travail on hands upon his loins, travail like a woman? All right, they had the army general in that movie. Half the movie he was thrown up outside. He couldn't even
get it together.
Yeah.
That just goes to show you just how weak these men are out here.
Right. So when that starts and that fear starts to circulate in people's minds of, hey, this place is gonna get blown up. All right. People are not gonna know how to act. All right, if they don't have the wisdom and knowledge of the Lord. All right. It says Russian cruise missile, and this is, hey, the sword is furbished, as the scriptures say. This weaponry is already made.
Yep.
Putin out here testing this shit. That's why Trump finally getting
Right.
shit together and saying, oh, we starting back up nuclear, because shit's outdated. And in that movie, the interceptors wasn't working.
Oh no, they wasn't.
Yeah. Just like they weren't working in where the war's at right now.
Yeah, they talking about they want to make a golden dome. All right, which it points out, hey, why the golden city has ceased. Okay, but they ain't even gonna have time for that, man.
Right. Too little, too late. I'm
gonna read a little bit more on this. It says the Berezvnik is the name of a Russian nuclear-powered cruise missile that has been announced by President Putin. It is described to have a unique propulsion system that allows for a long endurance flight, potentially circling the globe at a low altitude.
Circling, just waiting.
Right, so it's just hovering up there. Damn, I wanted to get...
Wait till the perfect time, all right? Hey, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, hey, he's wonderful, man.
This is what I wanted you to get.
He said circling for an extended period of time.
And China got that one that can cloak itself.
61. It's called the 61.
Okay.
And Yahweh Shai,
Completion.
Yahweh Shai told you that the deceived and the deceiver are his.
Yeah.
Okay, he's controlling everything on the right hand side and the left hand. So he's using this devil on the left hand side to show you through these films of what's to come. If you people just think it's for the sole purpose of entertainment or things like that, look at what's going on right now.
Yeah, but it is for your entertainment, but it is also for your sleep and your slumber. All right? It's to say, oh no, man, that was just a movie. It was just a dream. Right? I think I watched something like that. Yeah. Because this devil is a part of his sorcery. Remember that. All right? Remember that, hey, look, if you have a spiritual eye, you're not just watching to be entertained. You're watching for the information that they're releasing to you. They want you to catch on to the puzzle. All right? They want to see if you can pick up the pattern. Because not only if you do pick up the pattern through the will and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you're going to reveal, hey, it to the masses, all right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You see, that's why brothers in the truth, hey, look at these shows and look at movies. We get amped about movies coming out. We got amped about Brightburn, all right? Yeah. We got amped about Civil War.
Yeah.
All right? We get amped about these certain things. Why? Because it's just more information released in a spiritual eye. Okay? But if you can't receive it, if you don't have a spiritual eye, hey, it's nothing but entertainment and space filler to you. All right? Just taking up space in your mind unknowingly and being enchanted through sorcery.
Back on that, it says this is an AI overview. I put what's the significance to the portrayal bird to Russia and prophecy, and I had looked this up before, but this ain't saying the exact same thing, but pretty much the essence of it is here. It says the storm portrayal is significant to Russia primarily as a symbol of revolutionary fervor and struggle, a meaning heavily popularized by Maxim Gorky's 1901 poem, The Song of the Stormy Petrel. While storm petrels have a more general global association with omens and prophecy, often seen as harbingers of storms or spirits of drowned sailors, Gorky's work transformed the bird into a powerful and widely understood metaphor for the revolutionary spirit in Russia. Right. So they saying that they about to come back. They bringing that USSR back.
But didn't Yahweh Shai Shai said that?
Tupac back.
Right.
Didn't
Yahweh Shai tell you in the scriptures? Right? What would he do? He'd bring that warrior spirit back into Gog and Magog. All right?
Put those hooks back in your jaws. Put the hooks back in the jaws of the bear. Give him that pride again.
Yeah, so they bring in the storm. They gonna kick off. All right, what storm are we talking about? The storm of the nuclear ICBM missiles, man. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be the ones to, and that's who it was in. That's where they thought it was coming from in that movie. They thought it was Russia. But hey, they gonna kick off this storm of ICBM missiles. It says the hundreds of the missiles that come. Hey, the plethora of them, man.
A total of 200 million.
Right.
Shit.
Let me see if there's anything else on that. That's pretty much it, though. Harbinger of storm. You got it.
Yeah.
So when you see that thing floating, hovering around in the sky, you know it's about to come.
Yeah.
It's about to rain down hellfire on you.
Yep.
You got it, Darash. We got more on that?
This is Malachi, again, chapter. Malachi chapter 3, verse 9, it says, Ye are cursed with a curse, for ye have robbed me, even this whole nation. Okay, that's talking about Israel. The whole nation of Israel has robbed Yahweh Shai of everything, obedience, loyalty, the offerings, everything. And like I said before, you know, returning back to Yahweh Shai starts with this truth. Obey the law, statutes, commandments, judgments, and ordinances to the best of your ability, and as well as do your research. Seek out the Most High. Seek Him 10 times more. Okay? You have to have a passion for this thing. It has to be constant. It has to be consistent. But, you know, we're under the curses, right? And, you know, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua is not going to save all of Israel this time. So, if you've been called into this, or if you hear the word from one of us brothers out here on the highways and byways, that is your opportunity.
Yeah, and that's you know, yeah, we're under the curses, but we don't allow that to be the scapegoat, you know, of why it's just, what understanding the curses does is give you an understanding of, you know, the importance of that repentance and the importance of Yahweh Shem Yahshua's grace and mercy, that He gave us a Savior, and He gave us a lamb, you know, a lamb that was worthy enough to be that ultimate sacrifice of atonement for us. You know, we don't allow that. Oh, we under the curses, and now, you know, it just is what it is. You know, we just gonna, you know.
Good brother got it.
What's that called? Being in that
delusion.
Yeah, but that woe is me spirit, like, and there ain't nothing to come from it. No, the Most High give us a spirit of strength to, you know, endure it, but understand, hey, this is why we need. This is why, because we can't get away from that.
Right.
The curses cling unto you.
Hey, you understand why the ass whooping is there, right? You understand why you're getting chastised.
That goes into the promise and the faith, you know, of our deliverance.
Yep.
You know, then we're seeing we're in the midst of these curses, you know, transferring over, you know, transferring over, you know, that Deuteronomy 30:7, you know. These white women got BBLs and lip injections, you know. They being you know, betrothed to another nation.
Right. This is Malachi 3:10, and it says, Bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse, that there may be meat in mine house. And prove me now herewith, saith the power of hosts. So, again, prove yourself now and bring forth that spiritual meat. Okay, the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and your obedience.
Right. Yeah. First, before you get to the meat, hey, get some milk. All right, get the milk. Milk is deep. Milk is vast. Milk is nutritious. All right. Do you not need milk when you're a babe? Receive the milk. Receive the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Come into the understanding of it. Come into the fear of it. Right? Learn who you are and whose you are. Why should you stand 10 toes down?
Yeah, that's why you know, the apostles go into that you know, they have those lessons that are back to the basics. Like, I thought I was about to sneeze, but you know, they have those back to the basic lessons, because you still need them. You know,
right?
You still got a
short foundation.
You got to go back there to, you know, to grow. It says, and grow thereby.
Yep.
You know, those weaned from the breast. You know, who understands doctrine?
Yep.
You know, it starts with the milk. You know, you know, that's what Yahweh Shem Yahshua said. You know, you have to be as a child.
Yep.
You know, that goes into that being born again.
Yeah.
You know,
willing.
well now you in that baby stage, you know, fresh out the womb.
Right, influential.
You know, looking like Neo covered in all that goo. You know.
The aftermath.
Right, bald. Ain't got no hair on your head. That shit always like
disgust you.
Yeah. I hate that. I hate when the Matrix go there. You know.
Once you see the real baby being born, it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that, you're like,
yeah. I didn't see it out.
oh shit.
Come. All right.
Amos?
Yeah.
Amos? Amos
Like,
8:11. Behold, the days come, said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst of water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
right, so know this is on the horizon. All right? Know that it's already starting to happen. Hey, through gradualism, it's going to be taken overnight to you people. All right? It's slowly starting to happen till there's a moment where you try to go and click on. What's going on? Now you can't click. Now you can't receive the word.
Yeah,
The entertainment, your entertainment is done. If you weren't taking notes, if you weren't taking heed, all right? If you were not gravitating towards the truth of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai and you were watching it for entertainment, you were going to be in a very sorry case and sorrowful case. Because you ultimately did not have the fear.
Or they didn't see
You didn't see the value.
That in the investment. You didn't want to invest in the value. You didn't think that it would be profitable.
no, I'm looking at comments.
It is very, very profitable.
Yeah, and
You have to press on the gas any other time. This right here. Hey, devil continues.
took my thought.
All right. We got it.
This is Sirach, chapter 19, verse 18. It says, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love.
Read that again.
Sirach, chapter 19, verse 18. It says, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love.
Right. So how do you find the acceptance? Through that fear. How do you learn the fear? By learning his name. When you learn his name, that should automatically just, it does something to you. When you first hear the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. It does something to you. Yeah, it's like you love it and it's good, but it's like I'm a little, there's something behind that. Let me get more of that. Let me see. It's glorious and I feel a refresher from it, but
It's terrifying.
there's something more. I need to know more about this. And then you find out what love truly is, and then you say, oh, I'm terrified. Because this is how the Most High shows love, and this is how he shows it through his only begotten Son. And because I disobeyed, and because as we disobeyed as a nation, it's nothing for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to put us down and bring us back up. We know he controls all. But in my feeble little worm, Jacob, that I am, that we are, all right, that little worm to be destroyed. What defense do you have, Jake, if you don't have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai?
Nothing.
You're a worm. You're a worm. There is no water around. All right? The sun is out. And you're about to get dried up.
You ever seen a worm dried up on concrete?
Right.
It's hilarious. It's messed up, but it's hilarious. It's like a
Right? So, hey, and that's just a visual depiction, all right, of something that most children and most people have seen in their lifetime. Now, put yourself in the case of the Most High, and you're against the Most High. You're a worm. You have no fear. You have no wisdom. You have no knowledge. You have no understanding. You have no protection. Your fear is the beginning of your protection, to understand why he does what it is that he does. Why he's told you what he's told you to do, and he expects you to do it. All right? If it's not to eat abominable food, don't eat it. If it's not to ride the cock carousel, don't do it. If it's not to trim your beard, don't do it. If it's not to be around certain people, don't go. Not to work at certain places, don't do it. It's simple. In a way. All right? You gotta have that fear. Fear is the beginning. Fear him. Fear the judgment. Fear that he might let you get away with it for a moment, and then ultimately to destroy you at the end of it as a delusion.
Amos 8:12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north, even from the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and shall not find it.
Right. Where did they go? What happened? How come I can't find it? I always see him over here. I see him over there. I used to click on this channel and this channel over here. Man, I can't even find a debate. I can't find a debate with the knowledge, with even half of the knowledge, even a piece of the truth. Because know that famine of the word's coming for all. All right?
Yeah, and when you know that MOTB get rolled out, they for damn sure ain't gonna be letting us, prophesy against it. You know, they ain't gonna be letting us tell you don't take this, device that they trying to give and stick everybody with.
Right.
Ain't no way, because they trying to tell you if you don't take it, you about to go to jail.
Even though all this stuff that's coming out about the Icky Vicky, all right, hey, that it's a hoax.
And
and laying the plumbing, the groundwork for the MOTB.
Right.
That's what it was for. For you to start your transformation of your conductor, of being that conductor. All right? To receive and to send that signal. To be a reader, to be able to talk back so that you could be a part of this man's system. RFID. All right? Radio frequency. You go, and then you go.
No, I just wanted to make the point, one of the elders, I believe it was Emo and Gabor, he did a lesson pretty much where YouTube was tweaking out. It was probably a month ago or so, but he had like I'll say like a vision or of what the famine of work could be like. You could go to a brother's page and see all the videos and everything, but just not have access to content.
Right.
And how much more, devastating would that be to a 2/3 trying to tap in, too late, being able to see all the knowledge right in front of them, but not able to get it.
God. As they've been messing with brothers' comment boards, right? Not being able to post scriptures as an elder, all right, had said. All right, Amawan Abad, all right, wasn't able to see the comment boards, all right? when brothers weren't able to post scripts on the comment board.
I didn't hear him. That truck coming.
Said, are we on YouTube?
No, that I heard, but it said something.
Is that right? Something like that.
I don't know.
But I had some the brother you said.
All right.
Stormers.
Yeah. So that is a form of the feminine of the word, but how much more when it comes into full effect, full swing? All right? Right now, hey, in times past, you had the ability to get that information off the comment boards, precepts, all right? And everything. Off of brothers' pages and everything.
Yeah.
Now they're taking that text away.
Yeah, the lesson inside the lesson.
Yeah, the lesson inside the lesson. Now you're taking that text away. How much more? All right? It's slowly, gradualism taken away from them.
And the bills that they passed too.
All right?
You know?
Yeah.
Some of those been coming in effective. This is Proverbs 14:6 says, a scorner seeketh wisdom and findeth it not, but knowledge is easy unto him that understand. So, you know, what the brother was saying, like a scoffer can be looking and seeing the word, but can't click it and get to it. So the joke's on you. You know, how about Shemi Al-Shai did say, I'm going to laugh at you when your fear is coming. That could be a fear too as well.
Right? I can't
get to it.
I know it was the truth. Right?
Yeah, I got it right here. This is Proverbs 1:27. It says, when your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai.
Right. Hey, you hated the knowledge. You rather go to Egypt for help. You rather, pay attention to other things instead of paying attention to Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, instead of studying. All right? Hey, following wayward doctrine, following after the harlot.
Go to these whorehouses, craft more dollar.
Making mockery.
Making mockery.
Yeah.
All right.
Go into being a scorner. Want to make videos and diss the prophets.
Oh, Drewski, Mike Epps, Ricky Harris, all those damn reprobates.
Yeah. Well, you might try to tap in if you're not in one of the bunkers when they shut the doors on the bunkers in front of your fat ass.
Who laughing then?
When your last chicken nugget,
run out.
Yeah. Get stolen. When that bag get empty.
Hey.
When the power go out.
Yeah, how about Shemi Al-Shai is go, hey, he's gonna laugh at your calamity and mock you when your fear comes. And those men that you were making fun of, all right, the elect, all right, because essentially you're making fun, of a particular group, but you're making fun of the elect of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai.
Yeah, disrespecting his name too.
Right? And you're disrespecting his name. So you're making fun of the nation in general, which you're a part of. All right? But how much more those who have the covering of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai in this day and this time? Right? Because we know IUI can't see. Don't call on the name of Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, nor where's his name.
Yeah, they don't know it. So how you going, as we brought out in the beginning of this lesson, how you going to be saved?
Yeah.
You don't know the name.
They think they know it. They call on Jesus.
Right? Strong delusion.
Most High Christ was. That's the biggest part of this truth. Besides knowing, even if you didn't know the prophecies, if you had the name, you might,
You have an opportunity.
You might be able to just calm down. Call him to guide you where you need to go. Calling them for the faith, calling them just on the, necessities.
We got it, Darash.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, starting from the top, verse 1, it says, "And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, and to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease." When it goes into unclean spirits, sickness and all manner of disease, it's talking about, those demons that be on people, and, sickness and disease, disease going into, being blinded by this world, dealing with worldly matters, and not just a physical illness.
Right, plagues of the heart,
Yep.
right? Plagues of your mind. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai is giving you this medicine, all right? As Yahweh Shem Yahushai being the physician, all right? This word is here to help you. This word is here to heal you. This word is here to save you and to free you, all right? There's nothing that can be better. There's nothing more equipped than the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to take care of you, Jake. This is your lifeline. This is your phone a friend. This should be your everything.
Verse 2, "Now the names of the 12 apostles are these: the first Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus and Lebbaeus, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him." Verse 5, "These 12 Yahweh sent forth, and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel."
Right, so Yahweh Shem Yahushai said, don't follow the way of the world. Follow my way. Don't do what it is that the world wants you to do. Do what I tell you to do, and go find my people. Go find my elect. Go and bring forth fruit worthy of repentance. Cry out unto the people. With my word, continue to fish. Continue to call. Continue to cry. Play that song skillfully. You have what is sufficient for salvation, which is the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, believing on it, standing for it, being faithful unto it, even till death.
And Matthew 10 and 7, it says, and as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. 8, heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give.
Right, and this is what we're doing through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, healing the sick. All right, because we're all sick not having the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but yet when you start receiving the word, you start receiving some medicine, some healing. The unclean, all right, being unclean in the ways that you live your life, all right, taking that spot away, that sinful spot upon you, that leprosy, from being defiled and unclean. Spiritually, you're taken away from you because you're refraining from the things that you once did. Calling and crying out and repenting and asking for that forgiveness. Asking to continue in the discipline and in the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And healing the sick once again. You first are being healed. To be able to heal and help heal the brother next to you with the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You have to receive healing first. All right? You got it.
Yeah, it's just Proverbs 3 and 8, it says, it shall be health to thy navel and marrow to thy bones. Speaking about, in verse 1, talking about the commandments, but liken that to the word of Yahweh Shem Al-Shai. You know.
Hey, and what does marrow do? What does bone marrow do? All right.
The white blood cells.
It produces. All right. Essentially, it produces all blood. All right. So, producing for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Producing in the word, in the progress of the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Let it be life unto you. This needs to be your life. All right?
This is Psalms 19. Verse 1 says, the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day utterly speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world, and them have he set a tabernacle for the sun.
Right. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai once again. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai once again gave us this word. Gave us this word, but there is a time where the word will be taken away again, just for a moment, just so all the prophecy can start further be fulfilled, so the end can come. This famine of the word is a big indication that we are at the end. All right, that the prophets be removed from the highways and byways and removed from your devices. That you can't receive the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai so freely anymore. Now it goes back into hiding to let you remember and dwell on once again what was precious. You see, this is a certain amount of shamefaced that you'll have to live with in the kingdom. All right, those not of the elect, of the nation of Israel. You will have to deal with being shamefaced, saying I had the opportunity and yet I passed it by, or yet I turned my back.
Sitting on the couch, when he passed you by. You said that. I just saw it.
Divine University.
Damn, I ain't heard that in a minute. I was like, it sounds so familiar. I can't think of it right now.
Sitting on the couch, world's passing you by, and that's what you letting them do. That's what you guys letting it happen to you. You letting the word pass you by.
Right, and you letting the world of the nation of Yahweh Shem Yahushai pass you by. All right? He said Israel is a world without end. So you don't get to enter really into the first world, all right? And the kingdom first by entering through his word.
Gotta have the word.
Right? So you gotta walk in, in a way, you're walking in to the second part of the world, of the nation of Israel. All right, because there's a hierarchy. There's the elect of the nation of Israel. There's 144,000, there's the multitude of the men, women, and children, and then there's the rest of the nation of Israel. All right, coming back through the loins of the elect and the multitude. All right? So you're a citizen of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You're a citizen of the nation of Israel. All right, but yet, hey, if you don't receive the word now, you'll have to receive it then. But you will have a certain amount of shamefaced upon you, saying that I shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I didn't. And understand ultimately that you couldn't, right? Because it wasn't your lot, but yet here it was, the opportunity was there, but you denied it.
So you really have no excuse.
Right? Yahweh Shem Yahushai covers all bases.
Yeah, he took all those excuses away when he made this doctrine go out.
Yeah.
When he spread this gospel.
Revelation 13, and you go to 15.
There.
Oh, you already there?
Okay. I was got 16
All right.
It's Revelation 13. verse 15 says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be put to sleep.
Right, and this is exactly what this devil is going to do. He is going to put these people to sleep, all right, that do not comply to his system, all right? Those who are not willing to take the RFID CHIP, all right? Those who are not willing to comply to his orders. He's going to say, oh, you're not going to do what? Oh, let me go ahead and round you up. Oh, you're not going to do what? Go ahead and come over this way. You're not going to do, pow.
Lay that head right there.
All right? Go ahead and walk through this line. We got something for you. All right?
Okay.
Gonna herd you like the cattle. All right? You got it.
Verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a MARK in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Whether that's Neuralink, NeuralWeb, the RFID CHIP, all right, or digital tattoo, BlackRock, or any other brand or company that comes out with something along those lines of that technology, to put you into their technocracy, to make you a citizen and property of the state, all right, of the order, all right? If you do not give in to this man's system, he is going to continue to try to put hell on you until he ultimately offs you. You think you're seeing something with EBT right now and WIC and so on and so forth. You ain't seeing nothing yet. This devil yet eased the pressure because Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, no, not just yet. Let's just let him see how many more are going to start looking. Not just yet. Let's go ahead and give him 50%. Give them 40%, 30%. Give them some percentage so they'll shut up for a second. Right? Try to shrink their stomachs a little bit so it's not so bad. All right? Because you know how this devil likes to do. He likes to pretend that he has a certain amount of mercy and grace unto you. All right? That he's doing good for you.
Right.
Oh, we're talking right now. We're trying to bring this thing back, and it's going to open soon. But yet, they've been to the table 14 times and got 14 no's. Right. That's the 14 times and the 14 no's. You're not trying to do it for the people. Why? Because you're still eating. Those who are in power.
You having
still having
ballroom.
Yeah, I was just about to say ballroom parties.
200 mil.
All right.
Yeah, and rebuilding, places that, still flying on your PJs.
Right. You're good.
You still getting paid.
All right. Got it.
This is Revelation 16:2 says, the first went and poured out his veil upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men who had the charagma of the beast, and upon them which worship his image.
Right, so if you take it, that is you worshiping the image of this beast. That is you accepting whatever this devil has for you, saying, you know what, you know best.
I choose you.
I choose you. It's this way that I'm going to walk in. Don't matter what the power said, don't matter what Yahweh Shem Yahushua said, I'm dealing with you right now.
No, here it is. I stand with them, I'll be the voice of them. Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
You chose, basically, it seemed like you took it without even taking it, but
hey,
you
but
chose your
those
side.
received their consolation prize on this side. All right? That's what he wanted to do. That's what he was ordained to do.
Yep.
All right?
So,
When he prior came out on a podcast saying who the people were, but then he backtracked and then he apologized like the
he a
rest of those
sellout.
suckers.
Right.
You know, they all sellouts.
Fucking suckers.
They all want their prize on this side
They want they now. They don't want the later.
because they've already given so much in their eyes. All right? So Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to give you what you really need.
Yeah, that's the same, no different with Ryan Garcia. He was talking all that shit, and then, you know, somebody visited him, and he shut up.
Yep. He is going to get, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to give you all exactly what you need. Give us all what we need. All right? Because if we be the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, Lord willing we are, you brothers and sisters out there listening and learning, all right, the prophets out on the highways and byways teaching 100% truth. If we be those men and be those women, all right, our prize is salvation. Our prize is righteousness. Our prize is destruction, mayhem, chaos, disorder, and ultimately that thermonuclear fire ICBM missile.
So you have to ask yourself, what do you want? Do you want to live, or do you want to be simply destroyed?
Hey, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is going to bring you up from the graves just to put you back down again, so you can make sure that you're being purged and cleansed. All right, from all your infirmities and all your debauchery and mischief and all the folly and the BS that you have in you.
Just think about how humiliating and how painful that's going to be. Do you want to be a part of that?
All right,
None of us do.
2 turds, dude.
but hey, Lord willing, this was an edifying, uplifting camp. We're going to go ahead and face the east. We're going to give all honor and glory and praise unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, to all the Akim out here teaching and preaching this truth with 144% sincerity, to the men, women, and children listening, learning, to the Bayash Depatat, the house of David. Till the next time, it's Men of Valor says Shalom, Kwam Yasharallah, Shalom.